Hello and welcome back to Chasing Green Arrows. Today's special episode, finally, we're bringing back the Champions League to Chasing Green Arrows. I have with me my co-host, Abraziz. How are you doing?
Good, bro.
We're discussing Champions League, I think, after a long time. It's been almost 6, 7 months.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, but the knockout rounds are back and we're back with the predictions.
Yep.
This time will be a bit different for the first leg of games. We're opening it up for everybody else as well, all our viewers. So whoever gets the predictions right, it's the same system: 3 points for exact score and 1 for the right result, 0 for wrong. Whoever gets the highest points for the whole round will get a special prize from us, from our team.
Yep, looking forward to it. I hope I win this one. Luckily for me, there's no Arsenal and there's no Tottenham to worry about.
Yeah,
so maybe I can be a little bit more clear.
Yeah,
no,
there'll be less bias. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll go with the first round first. The first set of legs, or the first leg. Sorry,
first leg. Yeah,
we'll go with the first leg. We'll go through all the predictions, and then that's it. And then when the second leg comes, we'll have a different contest for that.
Done.
Good with that?
Let's go.
All right. Okay, let's go. So the first game of round of 16, Leipzig versus Liverpool. Leipzig coming off, beating United and qualifying on that last day. They'll have a lot of confidence going in, and Liverpool not so much. They'll really want to do well in this tournament, especially with the Premier League slipping away from them. So your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, like you said, I think with Liverpool, I think that Premier League, I think the title race is almost out. Unfortunately, City have been very very dominant, and I think it's City's to lose now. And Liverpool will want to really put those few losses they've had they had a poor 2021. They'd want to correct it by showing some authority in the Champions League and look to go for this all out now and maybe a top 4 finish in a Champions League. That'll be a great result for them after a torrid month and a half for them so far.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So yeah, I think 2-1 to Liverpool. I think Liverpool look on the look to get this one cleaned out. It'll be fun to see this one. Yeah, that's my prediction.
I'm going 2-1 Leipzig.
Yeah, of course you are.
2-1 Leipzig. Let's go. Moving on, Barcelona versus PSG. I mean, Barcelona, the way they were knocked out last year of the Champions League must have really hurt them. They're coming up against a very tough PSG team. The likes of Neymar, Mbappe, the talent is there, but we've seen PSG as well, they haven't lived up to their potential over the years.
Right.
How do you see this game panning out? Again, everything relies on Messi.
I think so. I completely agree, and I think this will be one of those games that will be, I think, very open-ended. I think both teams will look to attack, and this is kind of game that suits Barcelona as well a little bit. But at the same time, I think PSG have found a diamond in Poch. I think he's a great manager. I'm so glad I can actually praise him now because he doesn't manage Tottenham anymore, so it helps. I think Pochettino is a very very good manager. I think it's still early days for him. It's just been a month or so since he's taken over, so I think it'll take him some time to kind of build his team and stuff, but I think that this is going to be a fun game to watch. I mean, Messi can go all out crazy. I have a feeling PSG will nick this one 3-2.
You're going 3-2 PSG. Yeah. So away goals advantage for them as well.
I'm just going with the feel. I just feel like Barca is struggling right now, unfortunately, and I think PSG has enough in the tank to kind of trouble their backline.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go 3-1 PSG as well. I think that you're completely right. The attacking threat there is, it's unbelievable. The likes of Neymar, Mbappe. I don't know. I think Neymar has an injury as well. This time of the year, he always has some issue, bro. So I'm not sure if he's going to play or not, but they still have, they have Mbappe.
They have enough.
They have a lot of attacking threat. Yeah. So I'm going with a 3-1 PSG win. And then interesting game, Sevilla versus Dortmund. Sevilla, they won the Europa League last year. Now it's their time in the Champions League. The Europa League has been their tournament. But, Champions League is a different competition, different level. They're playing against a Dortmund team who have the likes of Haaland. They have Jadon Sancho. They have some quality players there.
Yeah.
And who are doing well in Germany. I think this is a very exciting contest. How do you see it panning out?
Yeah, I think this will be a fun game to watch. I think it's going to be a good game. Like you said, Sevilla has been winning the Europa very often in the past few years. They've been doing well. The likes of Emery was once got them win twice in a row. Yeah. some fond memories for Emery over there. But I think I just think that Dortmund will be a little bit too much for Sevilla to handle, because like you said, you mentioned a couple of very very good players in Haaland, in Sancho. These guys will run riot. I think. I mean, it's going to be hard for Sevilla to kind of handle that kind of pace and that kind of precision. So I think I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Dortmund.
2-1 for Dortmund. And do you feel Haaland right now is probably the best striker in Europe?
Absolutely. I think the way his pace, his accuracy, his ball movement off the ball, on the ball, I think it's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah,
I think that he's that complete striker. I mean, it's still early days in his career. I think he has a lot to improve on, but I feel like he has the potential to be a complete striker. He can run with the ball. He's off the ball movement is very good. He's also that typical poacher. He's in the right place at the right time, more often than not. I've seen that. So barring any big injuries, God forbid, I think he has a potential to be very very good.
Yeah, no, 100%. I completely agree with you. I'm going 1-1. I feel that Dortmund will overall, they will go through. But I think this game, they'll get the vital away goal. But Sevilla, I think, they'll also score. They'll make it a bit tough. I think they're a type of team, especially at home. They know the conditions there. They do have threats, I think. And, this is Sevilla is a kind of team, like, they're kind of experienced European team. It's a different stage, but at the same time, they've been here, done that. They've played, knocked United out as well, I think, a couple of years back. So they have that experience. So it won't be that easy for Dortmund. But yeah, I'm going 1-1 for this leg. And then moving on, Porto versus Juventus. Unfortunately, Porto don't have a Jose Mourinho right now to take them to the finals. But nonetheless, they're playing against a stacked Juventus side. Juventus, point to prove. Cristiano Ronaldo, point to prove. I think he really want to win this league, the Champions League.
Yeah.
How do you see this panning out, this game?
Yeah, it's Cristiano Ronaldo's tournament. He like lifts himself in terms of performances every time he plays in the Champions League. He loves to play in the Champions League. He enjoys it. He gets borderline offended if he's poor in the Champions League. You've seen him get very upset about it and stuff like that. So I think that this is the kind of the kind of tournament that really lift him up. I think Juventus in general need a lift. I think Pirlo has been struggling a little bit since he's taken on. So it's he's not as potent as they would have expected him to be. But at the same time, I mean, these guys have a very very good team. The likes of Ronaldo, Ramsey. These guys are very very good. Like they just need to figure it out.
That.
Of course, man. I bring Ronaldo and Ramsey in the same way. It's a favorite player ever. So yeah, I think they're very good. Some other very good players as well. I think
Dybala is there as well, right?
Dybala is there as well. They're doing very very well. They have what needs to be there, in terms of making that win and just figuring out a few issues that they're facing right now. I think someone like a Porto, I think they'll be okay with, but I think if they play a more difficult team, like let's say a City or a Bayern or something of those standards, I think that's when they'll probably struggle. I think Porto they'll take care of. I think I'm going to go 3-1 to Juventus.
3-1 Juventus for this leg. I agree with you. I think Pirlo domestically, like they've been a bit poor, Juventus, from their standards. They have very high standards domestically, and I think he's not grasping it. He's learning on the job. I think like the likes of Arteta and Ole as well.
Yeah.
So but it's a bit tougher for him because there's some big personalities there, like Cristiano Ronaldo. So and these guys,
and also I think like yeah, sorry to cut you off, but I just feel like his ascendancy. I think Mr. Fabrizio Romano also mentioned that he never had any kind of coaching background. Like Ole, he coached another team. Arteta was under City. He was under Pep for a while. He's learned a few tricks and trade. He suddenly, he's just a couple of years back quits his playing career, didn't do much at all. I mean, as far as I know, and then comes in suddenly to take such a big capacity role in such a big capacity. So it's going to be difficult for him. So I think that his learning curve is more steep, and that's why he's struggling a little bit. I think eventually he'll figure it out. But I just feel like this game, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, you can clearly see that 100%. I'm going as well 2-0 Juventus. I think they have that quality there. Hoping for a Cristiano Ronaldo brace. These the last few years in the Champions League for Ronaldo and Messi. It's sad to say, but that's the reality. So just need to enjoy both of them. I think both high quality players. I really love the debates. I'm not the type of guy who says don't debate about them. I love debating. You can have your personal preference. There's no issue with that. Yeah, they're both legends. And that's the fun about having fans. You do debate, you do argue. So just enjoy whoever. If you like Ronaldo, watch him. If you like Messi, watch him and just enjoy. Just
watch both and enjoy both. That's fine too, I think.
Yeah, if you're peaceful like you, then 100%. That's a good way to look at it. But yeah, and then moving on, Atletico Madrid versus Chelsea. For me, this is the game of
the game of the season, the game of the game week. I think
the season. Yeah, the game of the round. Atletico, they knocked out Liverpool last season. Simeone, again, this guy, like, the way he sets it up, he makes life difficult for especially Premier League teams, and overall teams in general. It's difficult to break this team down. I think Suarez has been a great signing for them. He's scoring goals. Again, like, they might they'll probably set up on the counter, but Suarez has that attacking threat. Chelsea, on the other hand, new manager bounce. Tuchel doing a good job so far. They have quality players, but they'll really need their their new contingent, the likes of Werner, Havertz, Ziyech if he's fit. They all need to step up. So how do you look at this game?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that the new manager bounce has helped Tuchel, but I think this will be his real test. I think it's not going to be easy playing a Simeone kind of side. Because he sets the team up so brilliantly. They're so stacked attacking wise. They're very good on the counter. And it's going to be a very, very tricky game for Chelsea. And I feel like they'll be found wanting in this game. 1-0 to Atletico.
You're going 1-0 to Atletico. I'm going 2-1 Atletico.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll go 2-1 Atletico. Chelsea might get that crucial away goal with that attacking threat. And then moving on, Lazio versus Bayern Munich. Bayern, defending champions. Yeah. Just an unbelievable team. I think whoever comes in front of them, it'll be a big, tough ask for that opposition. Lazio, a decent team, but they're not on that Bayern level. Do you see an upset coming, or just like Bayern to cruise through this round?
Nah, I think Bayern will just cruise through this. I mean, Bayern is just too good at this moment in time. I mean, they've also defending champions, a lot of confidence. They've been doing well in Germany as usual. I mean, that's no surprise, obviously. But I think it's going to be a convenient, comfortable 2-0 victory for them. And also they've signed up Meccano in July as well. Like, just strengthening every year. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, man. What is that, bro? Like, I thought he's going to go either United or something like that. Yeah. Like, I thought the Premier League teams were after him, but Bayern,
big money signing for them. I mean, and then just very, very difficult to compete against Bayern. I think they're favorites to win it again. I think, honestly, but they've been just that good. Comfortable 2-0 win for Bayern. I think
2-0 for Bayern. Yeah. I'm going 4-0 Bayern.
Yeah, fair enough.
I actually feel that Lazio are a good team. They're not a bad team at all by any means, but Bayern are just really powerful, man. Yeah. And we'd always talk about how it's a fullbacks kind of game now, and they have some world-class fullbacks, and they have world-class striker. They have everything there, midfield. Yeah. So, it's very difficult to go past this Bayern team. They might need maybe a team like Atletico, who can sit back and then hit them on the counter. But even then, I think it's very difficult. It'll be interesting to see if anyone can defeat them, or will they retain this title. Sure. So I'm going 4-0 Bayern. Atalanta versus Real Madrid. Real Madrid haven't been that Real Madrid that we know, back-to-back Champions Leagues.
Yep.
They've won quite a few, in the last 10 years. But at the same time, they have that same coach, but they don't have those quality players of Ronaldo type. But still, you have Hazard, you have Benzema, you have some really, really good players. Can Zidane get them going, at least take them close to that finals?
I think Madrid will do okay. I just feel like
a tough game though. Atalanta, a very good team.
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, Atlanta is a very, very good team. They also being a very well coached team, a very well managed team. So those kind of things always help teams to kind of compete. I mean, they have nothing to lose. Again, it's the pressures on Madrid, so that's kind of the problem, And if they play well, great. I mean, everyone's going to obviously compliment them. But if they don't play well, that's kind of expected. So I think the pressures on Madrid, and Madrid have been unfortunate. They've kind of not been their best, like you said. I mean, they have some quality players, but they've been struggling, similar to I think Barcelona as well. They both these legendary teams have been struggling a little bit, and it's unfortunate. But it is what it is. I think I think Zidane needs to pick his team up a little bit. And he hasn't found that that whatever makes them go at this moment in time. And you can see in the league also somewhat compared to the high standards, they are a little bit off pace at this moment in time. So I think it's going to be a fun game, and this is one of the games I'm actually looking forward to seeing as well. Apart from, of course, the game of Atletico and Chelsea, which I think is going to be the fun game. But I think this one as well. But I think I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw on this one.
You're going 1-1, Atlanta, Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I feel that it'll be very difficult for Madrid, but I just I like that team no matter who plays in it. There's some really good players there. Zidane, I really like him as a coach. He's completely different to everyone else, so I kind of like that. But I'm going 2-1 Real Madrid, but I think some really good points there. And if they don't perform, if they do get knocked out, I think in the summer they have to go big. They have to go Mbappe or Neymar style. They need to go that level in the transfer market, Real Madrid, because them and Barcelona are kind of clubs where they can't afford to have such a big drought. I'm not saying they have to win every year, but they need to be in and around, they need to be there. So
I think Real Madrid will do well. I just feel like in the first leg, I think they'll just struggle a little bit. It's the away leg for Madrid, if I'm not wrong, correct?
Yes,
so I think when they come back home, I think they'll be able to take care of business. But at this moment in time, in first leg, I think they'll just have a little bit of a trouble, because Atlanta is a good team as well. Atlanta, they've just been very good as well. So I'm gonna go with a draw at this moment in time. I think they'll be okay over the two legs.
Yeah, you're going 1-1. I'll go 2-1 Real Madrid, and then the last game of the first leg. Is Mönchengladbach versus Manchester City. Will Pep finally shut me up and win the Champions League? Or, Mönchengladbach, they played some superb football. I think they won 9-0 or something, 8-1, 9-1. I don't know. They had like a big game in the group stages.
I think so.
They're a huge game. They've scored a lot of goals, right? I think towards the end, they tapered off a bit, but, this is going to be an extremely big challenge for them. Maybe they would have liked an easier draw than this, especially Man City in this form. If it was a different kind of situation, then it would be different. I'm hearing that Kevin De Bruyne is coming back as well. Gundogan, slight niggle, but he's in brilliant form. I think by next week we'll have a better idea about the injuries. But how do you see this game panning out? Will City choke now, or will they choke in the quarterfinals
like they usually do? But I think at the current form, with the way City are, man, it's gonna be very hard for any team, let alone Mönchengladbach, to kind of have any kind of answers to this kind of free-flowing attacking football. City might give away a goal that they're prudent to do that. They'll have those issues. They will give a goal or two away here and there, but I just feel like they have enough attacking power to go forward and clean it up. But they've also been very good actually defensively. The likes of Ruben Dias, John Stones, Cancelo, what's the other guy? Upamecano. These guys, not Upamecano. Who's the other guy? The left back.
What's his name? Zinchenko.
Yeah, Zinchenko. These guys have been amazing. They've been very, very good defensively. Edison has been phenomenal.
Giving assists.
Yeah, giving assists. He has more assists than Thiago Alcantara.
Yeah, and he was discussing. He really wanted to take the penalty as well on the weekend. So
I don't think it's not a bad idea to give him the penalty, because they have missed a couple of penalties this season, City. So it's not a bad idea to give it to him, because the likes of Sterling has missed, the likes of even who Gundogan has missed. So it's not a bad idea to give it as well. Yeah, it's not a bad idea at all. But yeah, I think this City team is just too good for someone like a Mönchengladbach. 3-1 to City is going to be a comfortable win.
3-1 to City.
Yeah.
From home. I'm going 2-2.
Of course you're going. Huh?
2-2.
Of course. I'm not surprised.
This could go south. Like it could be like 5-0 City, right? But I just feel that these guys have scored a lot of goals, man. And I think at home, and you are like both teams, I'm sure, but City in particular, I've been watching the Premier League and this games after games after games. I'm sure it's like that in the German league as well. But I don't know. City also have that squad, so maybe like
that's the only reason I'm going for them. City, I think they'll win a lot this season, because they have the kind of big squad. Even if and players are stepping up. Even if they have the likes of De Bruyne is injured.
Give them
Gundogan
that.
stepped up. They have Foden. They have Gabriel Jesus.
They have at least very, very one or two replacements for each position.
Exactly, and Nathan Ake is third choice centre back, and he's a very good footballer as well. So,
if you have like that for like almost every position, it's just incredible. And I think this is the season where you will benefit because of COVID injuries and everything like that.
Absolutely.
If United lose a Bruno Fernandes or Arsenal lose like an Aubameyang, it's going to be difficult for them. But whereas for City, they can be consistent throughout the season.
Yeah, but an Auba hat-trick has come through, so I think we'll win the Europa.
I think this wraps up this set of games. Before we end the show, so I just wanted to make it clear. So these are the predictions. On Instagram, we're going to post the post. Everyone should give their predictions for the first leg for each game.
And in the comment section, right?
In the comment section on Instagram, first leg of all the games, and then after that, once the first leg is done, we will do the points tally, and the winner will get a prize. If it's shared, we'll do a live raffle, probably on Instagram, and whoever lucky draw will win that. But yeah, so
Absolutely.
it's 3 points for a win, 1 for a
3 points for an exact score,
one
for the win, and 0, of course, if you don't make it at all.
Just 0 if you don't make it at all. I think, anything else we're missing out about this contest?
No, I think we'll also brainstorm the pointers, and we'll put out the pointers in the Instagram post as well, so that everyone's clear.
Yeah, exactly. We'll put the final thing there, and then depending on how it goes and everything, then we'll do it for the second leg as well. But this is just for the first leg, so people don't get confused. And we'll need to discuss Europa League. That's the biggest tournament right now in the world. But right now, I think let's just keep it to the Champions League. But I think that's where the big teams are. So keep an eye on those games. Thursday night is the very important day these days. Thursday is very important.
Especially for you and me.
Especially for me. Some high quality talent there. You have Obama.
It's the best league in the world. The best tournament in the world, the Europa. You can't win it.
Bruno,
easily.
Aubameyang. I know you don't like him, but Harry Kane, Son. You have some great level players over there. So I think
it'll be fun. Yeah, some Premier League final. Looking forward to some Premier League teams clash against each other, and it's going to be fun to watch that as well.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think that wraps up this episode. Thank you so much for joining me, and catch you soon. Enjoy these games, and let's see how it goes.
Looking forward, sir.